As bodies take shape, so do engines, beginning with the patterns to form castings. Pattern making is a highly skilled craft, and the patterns must be accurate to 1,000th of an inch. Molds will be formed from patterns for casting engine components. The molds themselves are formed of sand mixed with binding agents to produce a hard, heat-resistant shell. Precision equipment aligns two half shells to form completed molds for engine blocks. In the foundries supplying Ford engine plants, molten iron is brought to the casting floor in 2-ton ladles. From these ladles, smaller ladles are filled. Traveling along a monorail, the ladles are brought alongside a slowly moving procession of engine block molds. Using an optical pyrometer, a foreman on the floor can quickly tell if proper casting temperatures are being maintained. Off the blocks move from the casting floor. Slowly, it seems, but steadily, too. In 5 engine plants, this means 10 to 15,000 blocks a day. As they move along, the expendable molds are broken away from the metal. Once the blocks have cooled, they will be cleaned and sandblasted. Then comes milling and fine finishing, which involves 22 different high-precision machines that perform over 600 operations. In this fully automatic operation, cylinder bores are measured and stamped with the piston size each requires, thereby ensuring proper piston fit throughout the engine. More precision equipment for quality control. This instrument measures the regularity of cylinder bores. The little balls on the glass tubes line up, indicating that the bores have assumed the proper roundness and taper. If they don't, the block is rejected. Now comes that vital and complex component, the crankshaft. Studs and journals secure the crankshaft in place. Again, that watchful eye. Meanwhile, pistons are receiving piston rings in another fully automatic operation. Then pistons meet blocks. A clamp compresses the rings, and a tap or two drives the piston home. plastic fork guides the connecting rod onto the crankshaft, and a rod-bearing cap secures it there. A simple check to make sure the engine turns freely. Then additions to the top of the engine, along with a dash of grease, valve springs, push rods, and rocker arms. Now the classic look of the V8 engine, pioneered by Ford for mass production in 1932, begins to emerge. We've made 40 million of them since then. A deft touch secures the pan. And if it seems casual, it's only because these men know the required tightness exactly. Finally, a protective coat of paint. And then a roar of light. This is called the hot line. Every Ford engine is run for about 10 minutes before shipment. 45 of them at a time in this plant. Each is checked for oil pressure, vacuum, leaks, noise level, idling smoothness, and, exclusive with Ford, exact engine balance.